What's up guys, DJ back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the best boxes in Dragon Ball Super to buy. What I mean by best, guys, as in what has the most potential in the future if you wanted to buy these boxes to hold on long term. Short term they've done really well, and it's kind of... The market for Dragon Ball Super has been a funny one. It's kind of been really crazy at the moment. I think there's a bit of market manipulation going around here and there. Some people are saying prices for certain things that probably aren't really true. And also people are listing things for a lot higher than what they're supposed to be. But we're talking long term here, and I think the potential is definitely there. Let's hope that all this attention that Dragon Ball Super has gotten recently doesn't die off, and it continues to stay popular but also trends in the right direction. At the moment we've seen prices just go like from here all the way up like that really crazily. For me personally, I kind of like something a bit more stable, a bit more slow, steady growth. And what I've seen with Dragon Ball Super, it hasn't been really like that, especially in the last couple months. But I guess I could talk about that in another video. But we're really going to focus on the top booster boxes to get and hold. Even at the prices they are now, I think some might say they're really expensive right now, but I think long term, later down the line, they have huge potential and still haven't reached the maximum potential that they have right now. So starting off with number one, Tournament of Power. That is the best booster box in Dragon Ball Super. That is virtually a first edition booster box for base set in Pokemon, or I don't know, Alpha for Magic, or Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it. It's like the best booster box to get, or the must-have booster box to have, the must-have. You know what I mean there. So it is the number one booster box to get, simply because it contains certain cards that are highly desirable and very sought after. Not to mention, it is one of the first boxes that came out for Dragon Ball Super. The card game, the Tournament of Power, pretty much relates to the whole Dragon Ball Super series. The TV series, Dragon Ball Super, was based... A lot of that arc was based around the Tournament of Power, and that was a huge thing with Jiren and all that stuff. So it contains the 4 SIGs, the 4 SPRS cards that are extremely sought after, and nearly every single Dragon Ball Super collector wants these signature cards. If you don't want them, then I don't know. I mean, you're probably after the secret rares. So it's either secret rares, signature cards, or SPRs. Those are the usual go-to cards here. And they have the two biggest characters of the whole series: Vegeta signature, Goku signature, and it's got the Beerus and the Frieza. Those are pretty big characters, pretty main players in the series. So I can understand where a lot of people would want these cards, and those signature cards or SPRS cards have risen tremendously in value, and I think there's still more potential for those cards moving down the line. Now, I have seen some people really hype these cards up and hype some of the secret rares. I think they're great, valuable cards. The pull rates on them are quite hard as well, and some of those price valuations are fair, but I think some people are really overpricing these, considering it's only been like 4 years since this game's come out. That's not to say that these prices won't hold. I just think that, over time it might just fluctuate a little bit. I think we grew so fast, like too fast, too soon kind of thing. So just pump the brakes a little bit. But I keep going back into that market manipulation thing. But I keep seeing it a lot. So I do get a few concerns with that. It also has the Goku Awakened Power. I think everyone kind of knows that is the best card of Dragon Ball Super as a set card, not including the tournament cards or the winner cards. I still think that Awakened Power Goku is rare, but it is not as rare as some of the other cards that are trophy cards, specifically trophy cards, because there's not many trophy cards around. They only gave those out to the winners of certain tournaments, and I'm sure the population report for those are going to stay at a very minimal amount, and you can't get them from booster packs, much like this Goku Awakened Power. But the Goku Awakened Power, very nice card. Not a hard card to grade, and you know, obviously, you guys probably know I have this card already. But you know, some say that is the best card in the game, or the most rarest. It is one of the most rare ones, but it's not the rarest. Okay, it's the same kind of confusion with Charizard. People think that is the rarest card in Pokemon. It just isn't. It's one of the most popular, and you know, in the certain condition that it comes in, PSA 10 or Beckett, you know, Beckett Black Label or Beckett Pristine 10. Those, you know, condition-wise for Pokemon is another story, because those cards are vintage. They're 25 years old. These cards only came out 4 years ago. The print runs very minimal for Dragon Ball Super, okay? And the design is quality design, and, you know, a lot of these Goku Awakened Powers are coming back 10. So, yeah, that's another thing to think about. But also, that booster box, Tournament of Power, focusing on booster boxes, I think that booster box will eventually catch up to the Awakened Power price. Some are saying that price for Awakened Power is fluctuating from $15,000 to $20,000 AUD. Okay, that's Australian money. Probably in America, you're looking at $10,000 to $12,000. Okay, the booster box for that is sitting on roughly $10,000. Okay, a little bit less than the card price. But I think over time, that sealed product will become even more rare and rare, and it will catch up to the Awakened Power, or any of the signature cards are the next tier level, I guess, in that box. But yeah, big chat to talk about Tournament of Power, because it's a big booster box and people wonder why it's so expensive and why it's so... It's rare. It's one of the first ones. They don't print them anymore. It's hard to find one of these. There's probably only 2 or 3 listed on eBay right now, and they're all above market average prices. So you know how it is. I think if you ask someone, investment-wise, what would you rather have, the card or the sealed product? You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But I think the box price is yet to continue to grow up. So to go up. So if you do have a spare $10,000, I would probably suggest buying that box. You know, it's I don't think it's hit its max potential yet. I think it will catch up definitely to the Awakened Power Goku. There will come a stage where the sealed boxes are more rare than the actual card itself. But yeah, that we will see over time. I guess the main concern is when investing in these kind of boxes, right, is, you know, will this stand the test of time? And people always ask that with Dragon Ball Super because it's so new. If you're a true fan and if you really like the hobby and the characters and the video games and all that stuff, you know, and you have money to dispose onto this hobby, then I'd say it's kind of a good option for you, or it's a safe bet. Whereas if you just coming in to make an extra few dollars, or trying to invest kind of thing, it's not the safest thing out there. I have made videos on cards, you know, collecting cards or investing in cards, right? If you're just doing it for purely money basis, there's quite a high risk there. But if you actually enjoy these things, if you enjoy looking at these boxes and these cards and stuff, then why not just chuck some money onto it? You know, it doesn't really affect you so much. So I know I went a bit of a ramble there, but Tournament of Power booster box is the #1 booster box in Dragon Ball Super. That is probably still yet to grow, I think, in my opinion, right? Give it more time. You know, it's only been around 4 years. It's gone up to 5 figures already, but the low 5 figures, all right? So we've seen Pokemon booster boxes, even the lower tier ones, hit $25,000, $30,000, $50,000. The first edition base set booster box, which is meant to be the best booster box for Pokemon, is sitting on like $350,000, all right, USD. So, I mean, I think over time, if you have one of these boxes, if you hold on to it over time, the potential is there. I don't think it will ever surpass that first edition booster box. You know, never say never, but you would have to wait quite a long time, because that booster box, the first edition base set, took nearly 25 years to grow to where it is now, and including, you know, everything going right, popularity for Pokemon and how huge it is for the market and stuff. So Dragon Ball is a small market in comparison to some of those other big games, but the potential is definitely there. And if you have one of these, I would suggest just holding onto it and keeping it sealed and looking after that box, making sure it's still in mint condition. But yeah, and if you're looking to invest in Dragon Ball Super, that is probably one of the best investments you can make if you have the money for it. Alright guys, the second best booster box to get is a Universal Onslaught booster box. one of the boxes that I traded away. Probably a mistake, but you know, leave it as it is. I think that booster box has huge potential as well. It arguably has the second best card of the set card. All right, we're going to stick with set cards here. Apex of Power is the second best secret rare in this, you know, in the entire game. And of course it has some other cool cards in it too. The IARs are pretty chaseable at the moment, but they're not too rare either. They do remind me of some amazing rares from Pokemon. I know I refer a lot to Pokemon because I'm into Pokemon, as you can see, Pokemon booster boxes, and you know, I think it's good that way because I know there's a lot of cross collectors out there, but also when you make comparisons like that, you can kind of see the differences between the two and the growth and all that stuff. So, you know, IARs are pretty cool cards. I think the Goku and the Vegeta cards are going for quite steady prices. I think of $500 for a Goku PSA 10 IAR, which I have sent to PSA, so hopefully it comes back at 10. But, you know, the Cell and the Frieza and stuff, the Cell is hard to grade from what I know, but I have seen a lot of these cards just out on the market, out and about. So it doesn't look like it's hard to get. And, you know, that could confuse people with rarities and all that stuff like that. So a lot of people say rarity is king when it comes to investing. But when you're in collecting and you just enjoy getting these characters and stuff, so all that stuff doesn't really matter in that sense, if you just love collecting this stuff. So, you know, the Battle Evolution booster box probably won't go up in price. Probably, you know. We've seen booster boxes for Dragon Ball Super, you know, kind of flop, you know, depending what comes in it. So that's why I'm making this video with, you know, the top, I guess, 4 or 5 booster boxes to get if you had the money for it. So Universal Onslaught definitely up there. They're ranging for about $2,000. I've seen listings for like $5,000, but like I said, that's just people trying to put it up there. And you know what usually happens with this market manipulation. All right, let me just go off on a tangent here. All right, people list items for like $5,000. Hoping that someone will just pay that because there's nobody else listing that item. And, you know, when somebody does pay for that, then that's like the new price. That's like, oh, somebody sold this for $5,000. That means this is worth $5,000, so everyone else will list it for $5,000. And, you know, that's where we kind of see what's going on there. But I think the Universal Onslaught still has time to grow to that. That's not saying that it won't. I think it will. It's just too soon, all right? So that's my opinion on that. I think it's worth about $2,000 to $2,500. Okay, my friend just got one. Pokey Oz, shout out to you. All right, he organized to get one for like $1,600. So it's still possible to get it for lower than these prices. But yeah, Universal Onslaught, very good booster box to have, good booster box to keep. Maybe I'll get my hands on another one. So that's the second best. Next one is Assault of the Saiyans. All right, that's the third best booster box. All right. So we're going off potential values and also just what I think will hold in price. So Assault of the Saiyans, I got for like $200, and in under a year's time, it's gone up to like $2,000. I think the main chase for the Assault of the Saiyans, which I think everyone knows, is the signature cards once again. And I'm going to make a whole video on, you know, potential about Dragon Ball Super with what do we collectors want to see in the future. I know there's a lot of players out there, but collectors-wise, what do we want to see moving forward? And I think one of the biggest things that we want to see is more signature cards, which I'll make a whole video on, which I think will be really fun to do. Because I have seen some proxy signature cards that look amazing, and if Dragon Ball Super comes out with more signature cards for signature sets, those are the boxes that you want to look out for, because chances are it's going to end up something like this. Okay, so keep your eyes out on that. But Assault of the Saiyans is the second booster box that has potential to get signature cards. Now, when I say signature cards, they're SPRSs, right? So they're not real signatures on the card. They are kind of like scanned copies of the signature on the cards. There will be pictures on the screen for you guys, but those signatures are the voice actors of those characters. So if it's Vegeta and Goku, then you got the signature of the actor who played the voice actor of that person. So with the Assault of the Saiyans, there is Gohan signature card, Vegeta, big one. I think that sells for like $1,300 raw at the moment. All right, so that's been really fluctuating. I've seen it for $500, $800, The latest I've seen is $1,300. So, you know, we've seen those prices climbing. The hit signature card, notoriously hard to grade considering this dent that a lot of the hit cards have. But I hear that PSA kind of just ignore that anyway. So, but yeah, and then that one also has Trunks. So nice big character there. So we got Trunks, Gohan, Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue, by the way, and a hit. Okay. So in saying that, what signature cards have we seen? We've seen hit, Trunks, Gohan, Super Saiyan Blue, Vegito. We've seen Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and Beerus. Okay. So that's like 8 characters. There's still plenty more characters to come. And like I said, I'm going to make a huge video on that. Not a huge one, but I'll make a video on that, which will be really fun, kind of just fan-made kind of thing. But Assault of the Saiyans, definitely the 3rd best box. It's grown the 3rd best. Maybe like Universal Onslaught and this box here are very even in price right now, but they have huge potential. So, you know, the chase cards in Assault of the Saiyans, there's 4 of them, whereas with the Universal Onslaught, there's that Cell Xeno, I think. That's alright as well. That's a pretty hard card to grade, but you know, the main card in Universal Onslaught is Apex of Power. So, you know, that's like 1 versus 4. But anyway, the last booster box that is super chaseable right now, and also in par with these in regards to price, right? So, this is 2,000, Universal Onslaught's 2,500. The next one is Destroyer Kings, alright? So, that set, or that box, is worth currently about $2,000 in Australia, okay? So, you've noticed with these last 3 boxes that I mentioned, they're all sitting around the $2,000 to $3,000 mark, right? Right in between there. Whereas Tournament of Power is $10,000 trending, all right? So you can see the massive difference from Tournament of Power versus these other 3 boxes. But that's not to say that these boxes are trash, all right? These boxes have potential to even reach those $10,000 marks later down the line. So if you do have these boxes, I would suggest just holding on to them and seeing where they go, alright? So, especially if you bought them for a good price, okay? So, the Destroyer Kings booster box has arguably the best Broly card in the game, alright? And I'm not talking about playability, I'm talking about design, okay? This Broly looks beautiful, and I really want one, to be honest, but I've seen PSA 10 versions not sell, but be listed for $9,000, nothing lower than that. And that kind of really upsets me because I really do want to get one of those cards. But once again, a little bit of market manipulation, I think. Alright, that's my predictions. You can let me know what you think in the comment section below. But I know a lot of these prices have been listing for silly prices, alright? Silly prices for a game that's only been 4 years old. But arguably the best Broly card is in Destroyer Kings. I think it's a margin Broly. It's a... I've been searching this card up every day. I can't remember the name. It's like Age of Destruction or something like that. Picture will be on the screen. It looks gangster. I love this Broly card. And I know, you know, when you talk about popular characters, you know, that are in this game, Broly is definitely up there, okay? So Goku, Vegeta, Broly, probably top 3 kind of characters. I know there's a lot of Gohan fans out there. That might be a good thing, you know, moving forward. You know, they got plenty of opportunities with Dragon Ball Super, and that's why a lot of people are getting into it, and not to mention how fun it is, and how chaseable these secret rares are, considering how difficult they actually make it, alright? So, another comparison to make with Pokemon, if you buy a Pokemon booster box, you're pretty much guaranteed to get like 1 or 2 secret rares. They're not that secret, okay? And in the set, you might have like 20, 50 secret rares, whereas these have like 2 or 3 secret rares, or 1, in that case, 1 secret rare to chase, alright? So, that's fun, and it's cool, and the artwork's amazing. I always love Dragon Ball Super, and you know, I enjoy making this content too. I know I am a Pokemon content creator, but I've enjoyed making these Dragon Ball Super booster boxes. So, Dragon Ball Super content, okay? So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Tournament of Power number 1, Universal Onslaught number 2, Assault of the Saiyans number 3, and Destroyer Kings number 4. If you disagree or agree, let me know in the comment section below. Enter my booster box giveaway if you haven't already. Battle Styles booster box is up for grabs. When we hit that 2K mark and I give that away, I'll probably give away a booster box for Dragon Ball Super, just to be fair with the Dragon Ball Super fans on this channel. So, that's pretty much it. I'll probably make another video based around other Dragon Ball Super card sets, alright? Not the top 4, because I know that can be out of people's price range. anything over $1,000 for a booster box is pretty high, and I understand that. And so I'll probably make another video, you know, something kind of more affordable, all right? What to look for, all right? And I'll give you a bit of a teaser right now. So something like Vicious Rejuvenation, all right? Some of the secret rares in that set is going for like $500, $800, all right? And, you know, that's consistently. So I think that's the Supreme Kai girl-looking person, all right? Not a Super Saiyan, probably not a top 10 character, but it's still a pricey card. This still is selling for like $150, you know. Makes sense? I think, you know, a lot of the time what you got to think about when you're getting booster boxes, okay, does it have chaseable cards in it, and are those chaseable cards valuable? If they are, then chances are the box will follow the card. That's usually the trend. If the box is more valuable than the card, then the card tends to follow, and vice versa, okay? But that's pretty much it, guys. I rambled on a little bit. See you next time. Bye.